number 10. Order. Question number 10, Gareth Hughes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My question is to the Minister of Conservation and asks, did New Zealand officials at a recent International Whaling Commission meeting in Europe agree or disagree with the Commission's recommendations that protection for Maui's dolphins be granted out to 20 nautical miles from Maunganui Bluff down to Wanganui?
Mr. Speaker.
Honourable Dr Nick Smith.
New Zealand officials at the IWC argued against extending the area of protection on the basis that the protections put in place by this government were appropriate. We have doubled the area of set net ban to 6,200 square kilometres, or over 100 square kilometres per Maui's dolphin. There have been no sightings of Maui dolphins outside the protected area in 809 independently observed fishing trips since.
Supplementary question, Gareth Hughes.
Well, if that is the case, why did not a single New Zealand government representative at that IWC meeting lodge a formal vote against the unanimous motion that more needs to be done to protect the Maui's dolphins, or is the Minister simply contradicting his own officials and the marine scientists at that meeting?
Mr. Speaker.
Honourable Dr Nick Smith.
Mr. Speaker, I spoke this morning to our officials who were at that meeting, and they very clearly said that they did not support the extension beyond the existing area. If the member had attended international negotiations, he would know it's very rare to take a vote.
Order.
Point of order, Gareth Hughes.
Mr. Speaker, I understand this is a document on the public register. However, the Minister is not aware of it. The Scientific Committee's report said it was unanimously supported this motion.
That's now a matter of debate. It's not a point of order.
Supplementary.
Supplementary question, Gareth Hughes.
What is the Minister's response to Maui's expert Dr Elizabeth Sluton's description of his government's seismic testing measures for Maui's as, quote, feel good at best and a PR gimmick with no conservation value at worst?
Mr. Speaker.
Honourable Dr.
I'm not at all surprised by that statement of Liz Sluton. She has always opposed measures of every government. She has no interest in New Zealand's economic development, and if we were to take the extreme green position, we would be shutting down the oil and gas industry, and I'd point out to the member that 40% of New Zealand's gas is taken from that area, and the consequences for New Zealand's greenhouse gas emissions would be enormous and negative if we shut down that gas field.
Supplementary question, Tim McIndoe.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. To the Minister, what records are there of Maui dolphin deaths caused by humans, and when did they occur?
Mr. Speaker.
Honourable Dr Nick Smith.
Mr. Speaker, all of the recorded deaths of Maui's dolphin have been fishing related. There were 4 during the last government. There was 1 in 2012. All of the deaths occurred in areas that this government has protected.
Question number 11, Mike Sabin.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. To the Minister for ACC,